Hi there. Here is our review on the weather study guide. Our test is coming up, and I just wanted to go over some of the key terms and a little bit about what to expect as you study. You need to be reading over your study guide and thinking about all the things we've done in class. This was kind of a hands-on unit. We created our own weather chart. We made our own wind vanes. We looked at and held and looked at thermometers. We put a rain gauge outside and watched it fill up because we've had so much rain lately. So we've done a lot of things with weather. We created season charts and researched all about the different seasons and shared those. So we've done lots of things with this weather unit. So as you're reviewing, please think back over all the things you've done in class. Your journal, your science journal, is a great thing to study. You're welcome to take it home and review the things you've written in it as well. All right, just a quick overview of this study guide. Our measuring weather terms. Temperature. Temperature is the measurement of how hot or cold something is. Temperature is measured with a thermometer. We also talked about it's measured in degrees Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius, and that here in the United States we usually talk about degrees Fahrenheit, but you'll also see degrees Celsius. The little degree mark looks like a tiny little circle, and of course the F or the C after it. Wind is caused by a difference in air temperature. Wind speed is measured with an anemometer. The anemometer is the picture down there with the little cups on it. Those like little cups, and they catch the wind and they go really fast. And we watched a little video on that. And the guy was out there and he had the little measurement, and the little measuring tool that was hooked to his anemometer, and it read how fast the wind was blowing. So, wind direction is measured with a wind vane. We were not very successful with our wind vanes because the wind was never blowing very hard to show which direction our wind vane would blow when we made ours. But we do know that the wind vane will turn a little bit. We saw them turn a little bit. The wind vane does show which direction the wind is blowing. A rain gauge measures the amount of precipitation that's fallen in one spot. So our rain gauge filled up, and we understood from Mr. Lark, who said there is a rain gauge on top of the school right now. So that's pretty cool. Precipitation is water falling to earth from clouds. It can be rain, snow, sleet, or hail. And we talked about that depending on the temperature. So we looked at each of those types of precipitation. We looked at, I think we read books or we saw videos about and saw songs about those different things. All of us did different kinds of things with precipitation. All right, moving on to weather safety. Before we move on, you can see the pictures right here of each of these. So we have thermometer, and I know some of them look different, but this is a basic thermometer, a wind vane, and this is the typical wind vane you have here with the little Mr. Rooster right on top. And our wind vanes look different because we made the little cups, but still. An anemometer, they have those little things on the end. They look like little cups. And then the rain gauge, ours didn't have this back on it with the little numbers, but because our numbers were right here on the rain gauge itself. But different rain gauges look different, and this is a rain gauge. And the little drops of water help you see that. All right, weather safety. As we're talking about weather safety, we talked a lot about different things of what to do and different things, weather that could be harmful to us. Tornadoes are columns of spinning air. Tornadoes can cause a lot of damage. Rainstorms can be dangerous because they bring lightning and flooding. And hurricanes, we talked about, were the most dangerous type of storm. During a rainstorm, you should follow these weather safety tips. Avoid open spaces. Stay indoors. Stay away from trees, and stay out of water. So those are just things to keep you safe. And you need to know some safety tips so that you're able to tell someone those things or write those things down. You need to be able to know those weather safety tips. That's very important. All right, Earth and its seasons. And move this up just a little bit. Earth follows a path around the sun. We had used our globes and to help see, and we in our classroom we used a light as the sun, and we took the globe and went around the light and to see how Earth went around the sun. And there was some videos and books and that kind of thing that we watched or read to discuss this. Earth follows a path around the sun. The path is its orbit. It takes 365 days to orbit the sun. That means for it to go all the way around the sun, it takes a year. The sun, 365 days for the Earth to go around the sun. Okay? Earth rotates as it spins. So it's really just going all the way around, spinning. We don't really feel that, but it does. The spinning causes day and night. So it's night, and then it's day over here, and then it spins. Earth tilts in the same direction on its axis. The seasons are caused by changes in Earth's tilt. And we talked about this, that when it's winter over here, and it's tilted back, where the Earth is tilted back. When it's winter, it's summer on this side, and spring and fall. So it just depends on the way the tilt of the Earth during the orbit around the sun causes the seasons to change. If your home is tilted away from the sun, your home will get less light and it will be colder. You will have a winter or fall. If your home is tilted toward the sun, you will get more light and it will be warmer. You will have summer. So if you're up here, you will be having warmer weather tilted toward the sun and cooler weather away from the sun, depending on what part of the Earth you live. There are 4 seasons: summer, fall, winter, spring. Know how the seasons affect animals, weather, and clothing. So think about, what do animals do in the summer and in the fall and the winter and in the spring, and what kind of weather we have during those months, and what kind of clothes you wear during those months. Also be able to know what order the seasons go. And I think we had a little saying that went with those, or we have those listed out. So this is our study guide, and you just need to be kind of familiar with it, reading it over, thinking about what we've learned in class. You're welcome to use your science books. We didn't use those a lot in class. We mainly used things that we were doing, anchor charts in our science journal. So take your science journal home, or take what you've written about, and think about what we've talked about in class and what you've learned, and just study this study guide, and I think you'll do great. Good luck.